Now it's happening. Well, and why is she dazed? Why did Angela daze?
I assume the grunts shot her to death.
Oh, okay, just now. Yeah, fine. Got it. Sure. Because he moved Red Skull forward, so usually the grunts have to go before the Red Skull does.
Yeah,
Very strange. It just must be some lag issues. But anyway, seems like Hydra Troopers blew up Angela. She only had one hit point left, so that's not surprising. Then Red Skull moved forward and maybe did an attack into Domino, but certainly didn't do any damage. That's Red Skull's big problem. He's a bit of a glass cannon, yes, but also his action economy is not great. And so yeah, he's constantly having to move unless you get something like Cat and Dog, where the lockjaw will move him for you.
the grunts are certainly a big part of his unique selling point. And he does have the best grunts in the game currently, I'd say.
So Josh and PHP, actually Strucker is being used as the leader on this game. He is the leader. They're
Ooh.
asking, yeah, what is this? So this is Red Skull doing his second action as an attack into Domino. I assume he paid for the blanks, so that would be
Yeah,
6.
which would mean 6 hits. So she would. No, she can spend to have the skull be a crit, so she would
Yeah,
be alive.
so that would be two saves out of the 6 though. So 4 should be a 4 out of 5.
No damage put on her yet, though.
Yeah, weird. And he's also picked up the extract that was on the floor. Spender. Fred is suggesting it was a spender. So maybe no blanks. Interesting. And so in that case, if the blanks aren't
Possibly.
counted, that means that it was only 2 hits and
Hmm.
Domino saved 2.
And
So
that's what he blocked. But yeah,
yeah, so it's fine. Cool.
yeah. Domino is probably gonna do short work of Red Skull here
Yeah, and then get the extract
easily. Yeah.
for her trouble. So X23 now into Baron Strucker.
Yep. This is what we talked about last round. Just gonna heal the point of damage that was put onto her. End of her activation.
Yep. And then she gets to move as part of the attack. She's holding a extract, so she's elected to move back. So she didn't attack at all?
I think she did attack Strucker, but
Didn't seem like he
and
did
she
took any
healed.
damage. It's 3. I see 3
He should
wilds.
maybe just shook bleed and moved back.
That's exactly what she did. That's exactly what she did. The bleed has come off.
She is holding an extract, so
Yep.
got to serve them points, especially given the development on the northern side of the board, where um, Redcathal is very likely to come out on top and have possibly have all the extracts after this round is finished, unless Simo can have some say about it.
So that looks like
I'm hearing
Strucker
it.
Zemo has activated. I'm going to assume that was a charge. I hope it was a charge.
Yep,
And
he spent power, so
okay, perfect. And who does he attack? He has either Storm or X23. Let's see. Fast game, fast paced
there's
game.
been there has been damage put on Struckers now, so I assume X23 did a spender and retreated, and then should bleed.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that we see the
It's
damage.
it's a bit confusing that there appears to be some lag when it comes to damage and power being put on characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Her spender gets to do an attack and then also has a move, and that's happening. So Strucker's attacking. Sorry, Zemo. That is Zemo's attacking Storm. He's not rolled terribly well. He gets to do his reroll. So let's see how many hits that comes out to. Just 2 hits into 1 save. So I feel like she's.
But he gets he will put bleed on her.
Yep.
And if he had a damage, that would have been healed.
Because of the Strucker leadership.
Yep.
Okay. Second attack, assuming the same target. Ooh, not bad. 3 hits with 2 crits and no saves. Because be it for Storm.
Storm is in trouble.
Nope.
And he's got a reroll.
Reroll.
The reroll can do it.
Reroll.
50-50.
He did it. He did it. Nice one. 4 hits into no saves puts her down, and she hasn't activated yet. I think. Or is it just 4 out of 5? She says. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4.
She did take 1 for. Yeah,
No,
there we go. It's the lag again.
Wow.
We need to slow down our drawing of conclusions.
Yeah. You should drink more. If there's ever a reason to drink more, this is it. Okay, Domino into Red Skull 2. She's done 2 hits into 1 save. So that should put him on 6 out of 7. And yes, it is past noon here for us in Europe. PHP Chrono, you should come here. You could drink without guilt. To be honest, though, the British people, especially at airports, will drink beer in the morning, like at 6 in the morning. Particularly at airports, though. Domino does another attack, and they cleared the dice, so maybe something happened there. And
I think there was 1 damage put on Red Skull.
Yeah.
And that should do the trick.
Yeah. 3 hits into 1 save, or even 2 saves if he rolls the crit. Means that he's dazed.
Trouble now is that Domino now has a ton of power, so she will trigger the damage roll.
Yeah, but she can take it. She's on 0.
Yeah, she can take it.
Yeah.
But every damage point counts, and it's gonna make her easier to bring down next round.
Yeah, for sure.
And if I'm not mistaken, priority is about to switch hands unless something radical happens to Beast.
All right, so that is who just moved? Strucker. Strucker decides to move into the middle and put poison on X-23.
Yep, he can do that with by just paying 2 power with this Death Spore virus. Which should also all characters within 3. Yeah, this should mean that he heals 1 point of damage. Yep, because he put poison. Yeah, that was a bit. Both. Well, Simo has about. Bullseye is not that particularly used by poison, but maybe he feels like he can afford to take it.
Yeah, so Beast and X-23 both have poison on them, as well as Bullseye and Zemo. And what else he's going to do?
What's the clock situation while we're at it?
Oh, I can't imagine it's very far down. These guys have been blitzing through these turns. So that's Strucker. What do you do? What do you do with this second action, though? Not sure what he did with his second action.
Not sure. I was under the impression that he was going to attack, but
Yeah.
didn't
All right.
see a roll.
Beast is going into Baron Zemo, who's within 2. And let's see what happens here.
Only 1 hit, so
Yeah. Rob Reed, who's in the chat, good to have you here, Rob, from Ireland. He thinks that Strucker was attacking Beast, but didn't do any damage. And Beast does the hop. Because of part of his attack, he has to go within 1 of the target, I think. Isn't that right? He's got some...
only when he rolls the wild on his attack roll.
Okay.
Which he didn't. But now he is spending to throw Zemo away.
Yeah. Which doesn't affect things. Oh yeah, it gives him. He still would have gotten the point regardless, but this makes Zemo have to charge now and burn some power to get back into the action.
Yeah. Bullseye. And he's not going to generate the extra power from standing next to an infinity formula.
Yeah, very good point. Bullseye moves forward a bit, so he gets within range 4 of X-23, and I think he's going to throw a knife at her.
Mm-hmm. So not shake poison then. Cannot attack. Beast, it seems.
Beast or Storm? I think Storm.
Storm is dazed.
Oh yeah, so it must be Beast.
And also super stealth.
Ah, yeah.
So I assume this is X-23.
Okay. That makes more sense.
But the thing is, though, it's kind of good not to do damage on her now because poison. She's next to an infinity formula. Never mind. If he gets if he can ping in 2 damage, he could force her to roll for damage, and she's right next to Beast there as well. So, but only 1 point of damage is not going to cut it.
Yeah. So Bullseye uses his ability to always do damage, and so goes ahead and does that. So X-23 took 1 damage in that exchange. Now Domino is at the end of the round doing cleanup phase, and so she's rolling to see about her power core. Loses nothing, doesn't roll the wild or the skull, so she's fine. The other extract holders have less than 3 power, so they don't have to roll, and that's the end of the round. Round 2, done. 9 points to Coddle because he's got 3 secures and... Sorry, he's got 2 secures and 3 extracts.
Yep. 5-2. Yeah, this is you could call this a swing turn for the X-Men. And now Bot has priority, but he is gonna have to make good use out of that. And I think the way things stand, he's going to be forced to start with Red Skull or Spider-Woman, or have either of them, possibly both of them, killed by Angela or Domino.
Yeah, the boys are talking it over. This gives us a chance to review the life of Huggy Bear. Huggy Bear has been a bachelor for the last week. And so the reason he's drinking water tonight is because of a lot of drug dealers and hookers that were partying last night at your place.
That.
And so you've had quite a bender, and I hope you got them all out, because this is a family show, Huggy Bear. We can't have random hookers showing up on screen, okay?
No. Just some subtle sexual references and penis jokes. That comes with a packet, Norbert.
Is that right? Were they telling you giving you new material last night as you were having a party?
Yeah.
I see.
For sure. Sadly, the truth is way less exciting. Apparently, I'm getting old.
Yeah.
And I made the mistake of having a big, fat kebab pizza late in the evening, which caused me to be unable to sleep at all, basically. So that's why I'm going a bit easy on the alcohol tonight.
Got it.
No, no.
Uh,
Sadly, Rocket is not on the table. Chrono, uh, gotta find some other stick to point at.
oh God. Okay. I think this is the Hydro Troopers going. I saw
Yep.
Red Skull taking 2 damage though. I'm not sure why.
Cutting himself for power, maybe.
Yeah, that could be it. PHP knows your pain, Huggy Bear. I'm the same way. I don't eat that late. If I eat that late, I might as well not go to sleep.
Yeah. It was delicious while I was eating it, but right after I was
Cost a lot.
seriously regretting it.
Okay, that's Red Skull getting taken out, along with his troopers, of course. I'm going to assume that was from Domino. Yeah, sure enough, Domino.
Yep.
Who is a beast. People overlook her. She's a stealth character. And I don't mean stealth in terms of ability. She's just such a dark horse. But good lord, does she put out damage and is one of the best options against the big boys right now. So
Yep.
that's
She's certainly up there.
so I'm assuming
rapid fire in general, and rapid fire in combination with incinerate is a big weapon against big characters such as Hulk and whatnot. And Domino has both incinerate on a stick and the best rapid fire in the game.
right with skulls on top of it.
Yep.
So Bot's elected to glide Spider-Woman into range of Domino and attack her, and it looks like he did the attack where he did a bit of damage and then caused her to drop the extract, which he promptly picked up.
Correct. Venom Blast.
Venom Blast, thank you. And now instead of attacking her again,
getting her,
she's getting
yes, out of there. Yeah, getting away from Angela there.
Yeah.
Possibly a wise move, but problem is that I think Redcathal is or Redcathal. You say Redcathal.
Yeah, I think that's Cuddle.
I think he's perfectly happy just standing there and scoring 2 points from those secures.
Hell yeah.
And just because his lead is now so big that he does not need to chase points. He just have to keep even.
So thank you to Rob Reed again in the chat. He was saying Domino went into Red Skull. The first attack was massive, but Bot used recall and took only 2 damage instead of dying. But then the second attack must have been plenty to finish him off. So we missed the recall there. And now we are watching Storm going into Baron Zemo. Second attack now. Zemo's taken 2 damage so far. And we'll see how much more he takes on the second attack. Took two more. He's lucky to survive on 4 out of 5 hit points and is shocked. Yeah. A lot of sympathy for you in the chat. Apparently a lot of 40-year-olds, 40-somethings in the chat, Huggy Bear, who are sympathizing with your indigestion issues.
Yeah, that warms my heart. Thanks, guys.
It wasn't the cocaine and hookers. It was the kebab pizza.
It feels like yesterday I could just party all night and then have pizza for breakfast and then be online again for another round. But no more, apparently.
Well, the big question is how you and the boys are going to be at the WTC with the massive drinking culture around that.
Yep. Gonna have to practice for that one.
PHP Chrono's talking about how he's got more tolerance of hookers and coke. The thing is about me, if I came across a hooker, I'd probably be just busy chatting with her Instead of doing anything more interesting than that. Okay, so this is, I think this is X23 to Zemo, and has done. Let's see, a lot of rerolls.
Seems already dazed.
Oh yeah, dazed.
So possibly it's into Strucker.
Strucker. That's looks like 2 hits. Oh no, it must be Strucker into X23. That's what's happening. And she's taken 2 hits and is incinerated on top of it. Woo! Strucker throwing all the his conditions around.
Yeah, to stay in the game, Bot really needs to get this daze here, I think.
So second attack going again to her again. She is the extract holder down here. Let's see what goes on here. A lot of dice being thrown around. A lot of cards being used so far too. Very interesting. Ooh, nice hit. Oh God, 5 hits including 2 crits. Whoa. Ooh, Huggy Bear, you're the good luck charm for Bot.
Oof.
X23 is re-rolling her defense die. It's not helping. She's only got 1 save out of that, so she'd be taking 4 hit points.
2.
Ooh, why?
But she can play. She does have the power for exceptional healing.
Ah, yes.
Maybe this is a good time.
Yes, it's been flipped. I think it's been flipped. I thought I saw something moving on the cards, although the overhead display.
Not been flipped on my screen yet, but
yeah. It's either that or days.
Yep. And this was Strucker's second action.
It was.
Yep. And she's taken. She'll be able to heal herself and possibly do some nasty things to Bullseye. Yeah, I think exceptional should be. But although, no, she's still going to generate 1 power, even if she pays for exceptional, because she will be taking 1 damage, which gives her 2 power in order to pay for the spender. So,
wow, her spender's only 2 power.
We almost.
Excellent.
Yep. It's an excellent spender. Yeah. So is it lagging again?
I don't know.
That's why we're not seeing.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Sure enough, it lagged like some bitch. Holy mackerel! So yeah, she's played exceptional healing, only taken 1 point of damage. She's on 3 out of 5, and that was the end of. I assume that's the end of Strucker's thing. I don't see a little tick on him yet. And now Coddle is measuring where Bullseye can attack, and is moving X23 outside of that. If you can.
I still think X23 decides to make a run for it.
Well, I don't blame her. I mean, where does she go? All right, so she's hidden behind Beast over here.
Mm-hmm.
And remove Shock as the second active action and is still poisoned. Yeah, Coddle now gets to be in that cat seat where he just just plays the slow game. Just keep yourself safe and rack up points.
The way I see it, because Strucker should be activated here.
Yeah. He's forgotten the tick there.
So this is Bot's last activation for the round. I believe that unless he can one-shot Beast, I'm not even sure. Now he's out of range. So that means that Redcathal is highly likely to score 6 points, possibly.
Oof!
This round
puts him within 1
because he can move Beast up, strike Bullseye, hope to get the wild, place next to him, and then throw him up the point. If he does 1 damage.
Speaking of the lag. Rob Reed is suggesting that TTS has also been suffering from a hangover and a late night kebab. Didn't realize TTS was over 42. Right, so Bullseye's decided to move forward. Move forward. He's not contesting and is going to spend. It looks like he's paid for his spender, and this I'm going to imagine is into Beast. Spender allows
Apparently,
two attacks, and you surprisingly can do quite a bit of damage if you get the dice roll your way.
Yep.
Nice hit. Nice hit. Wow. 4 hits with a crit into just 1 save plus cover, so it's 2.
Yeah. And he's gonna rapid fire this because this is the Spender.
Yeah, well, let's get the crit in first. Come on. Give a brother a chance.
If Beast goes down, that certainly makes it easier.
2 saves. He rolled another die for some reason. Beast. I'm not sure why. Oh, can he spend to reroll defense dice?
He can spend to reroll defense dice.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Okay, so that's 5 hits after all the rerolls into. Oh gosh, this was the next 23. Oh, okay. That was the reroll. The reroll was just her innate reroll. So she's only taken 1 hit point though. That was a bummer. But he's got another attack. He's desperate to get that point off of her.
For sure. And this is gonna cause her to do damage to herself and her environment. Possibly.
Oh yeah, because of the core.
Yeah, second attack from that Spender.
Yeah, I know. I haven't seen the second attack yet for the Spender. Spender has 2 automatic attacks.
Yep.
And throws bleed on X-23 again.
Automatic bleed.
Yep. So imagine this is the second attack now happening. Yep.
Yep. Here goes.
Nice. 3 hits into just 1 save. I think the reroll. Yeah, that takes her down. Takes her down and drops the core not close enough to Bullseye. And so he's electing to move it.
And he doesn't have a power to pick it up either.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so and Beast is already carrying a power core, so he will be unable to pick it up as well. Meaning that we're probably only gonna see 5 points scored by.
No, Coddle looks like Coddle's just gonna go run to that unsecured point and grab that point there. Yeah, smart move.
Only 5.
Hey!
Oh my god, what's this? Never seen that before.
Yeah. It's Cookie in the house. Welcome, Utility Cookie. I haven't seen you in such a long time. I hope you're well, and I'm looking forward to seeing you at the WTC, if not sooner. And yes, this is a good map, even though you designed it and might be a little biased.
Cookie is the maker of evil maps.
Evil map, yeah.
With inconveniently placed small terrain pieces.
Yeah, those walls are a bitch. All right, so that's Coddle finishing the round off.
The anti-Angela wall.
Where did Angela touch you, Utility Cookie? Oh, Angela still had to go. Sorry, I forgot all about that. So she's just moved a little bit to move on to the top right point and secure that point.
Yep.
So that is 4 secures and 1 extract. So 5 points.
She could have moved, thrown a piece of terrain into Spider-Woman and then moved back.
Coddle's just going for style. He doesn't need that. So he's 13 out of 6. 3 points for Coddle to win.
Yep. It's looking like a cruise.
By the way, if you are interested in coming to the WTC, we have one team that's going to be put together called Team United Nations to get us to an even 32 teams. We've got full teams from all kinds of nations coming, but we need to pull together one team of assorted raconteurs who are interested in drinking and throwing dice when not drinking. So please get in touch with me or Gil DK on Discord. Gil's the head organizer. And let us know if you want to come along. I have one.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be great.
Don't miss it.
Don't miss it. Even though you're on United Nations, okay, you still could do well. But beyond that, you're going to be part of the scene. You're going to be part of the event. and it's just so
Yeah.
miraculous. You need to experience it if you can.
I was playing for Team UN in Warhammer Fan once.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you played fantasy back then.
It was good. Uh, well, it's been 8 years since I touched it.
Well,
So
they killed the game, so
yeah, yeah. This was the olden time before the end times crap.
yeah. So they're doing the extract things. I think that's done now. So the extracts. I don't think anybody had power for those, so it's fine.
No, because X-23 was the only one holding a power core, and while also having 3 or more power, and she dropped her core. So
All right. Hey, Cookie, who was the other guy who was quite prominent in early TTS days from the Netherlands? What the hell was his name? I hope he's coming to the WTC. I'd love to meet him. What was his name? He was a accuser for a while too.
so this is looking quite grim for Bot. Obviously, I'm
Art.
trying to
Yes, it was Art.
analyze.
Sorry, Art Die Art is who I'm thinking of. Cookie, let us know if he's coming. And sorry, Huggy Bear, go ahead.
I'm trying to see if there might be some sort of pathway for Bot to make this go another round. He could. Well, first of all, he needs to not have one of his characters killed
Somehow Beast
by
died.
X-23 now.
How did Beast die?
Strucker, I believe.
Strucker. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, Strucker's done. So he must have been Strucker who did the deed onto Beast.
The dirty deed. Done dirt cheap. Bullseye going down is not helping things.
Yeah, bullseye
For
down.
Bot, because Redcathal is most certainly going to have the last activation of the round now.
So who did that to him, to Bullseye? Was it X-23? Yeah. Sure enough. So X-23 attacks Bullseye, dazes him, moves forward as part of the spender, picks up the extract that was on the floor, and we'll see what the second action does.
Highly likely a spender into Simo or Strucker.
Zemo's on full hit points. So Strucker, for that matter. And Strucker has the extract.
Yeah, but he's also Strucker. Yes, Strucker needs to. No, Strucker does not need to drop the extract for the Redcathal to win. I think it's more in his interest to remove activations if he can. And Emo has 10 power, so there's no detriment to putting chip damage on him.
Yep.
Whereas Strucker is not going to affect the board anymore this round.
Okay. So I think it is going to be an attack into Zemo. And the attack is... what is it? Oh, now the dice are being thrown. Looks like 3 hits into... Ooh, 3 saves, though. Nice.
Yeah, but there's a pierce there.
Okay. Some rerolls happening on both sides. And that's done. Still looks like 3 hits into 3 saves. With a pierce should be 1 point damage going through.
Yep. And then she gets her free medium move again. This way she managed to spend power, so she did not. She does not explode.
And she decides to move back onto the point as part of that second attack spender. So it looks like Zemo's up.
Zemo is still very potent. He can, if he can KO Storm here, that is. But I think he needs to take out X23 because she's holding an extract.
Yep.
Otherwise, Redcathal is simply going to win
Yep.
at the end of this round.
Right, because
And
he's currently holding the top 2 points.
yeah, but Storm is not to be sneezed at either. So he needs to be lucky and take both of them out. If he does that, then maybe in some kind of universe there's a way.
In universe 4622, it would be Bot's game. All right, lag is still causing us some problems here. We're not sure. Looks like 5 hits though. God, into 1 save. Is that right? PHP saying, so you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah, exactly that.
X23 on 4 out of 5 hit points from that first attack, which was a real bruiser. Another nice hit. 3 hits, including a crit. Crit rolls into nothing. 3 into no saves. Then that dazes her, I think. And the extract goes into Zemo. Nicely done, Zemo. Wow. There's a chance.
Because problem is that he needed to kill both X23 and Storm because Storm is perfectly capable of just throwing Zemo up point.
Yeah.
Possibly also kill him with 2 big lightning bolts.
She's remarkably can damage.
Because I think if Bot had managed to kill both Storm and X23 there with 2, that would mean that he had all the power cores and 2, so he would score 5 this round and keep Cathal at 2. So that would be a 15-11 to Redcathal. Then next round, Bot could hold his points to 15. No, 16. Well, and Redcathal would go to 15. No, 17. But if Bot then would have gotten an interrogate off with Spider-Woman, he would have gotten a 17-17. So that there was a path.
See?
If he had spiked X23 and Storm to death, there was a path.
There was a chance. There's always a chance.
Yeah.
Don't give up an MCP, people. Never give up.
No, we really don't.
It's true. We're making jokes, but it's actually true.
I actually played my last league game against Cuddle a week ago.
Yeah.
And it was a very nice game. It looked grim for me, but in the end, it got really, really close. It ended up in a situation where he needed to do 3 damage with 1 attack with Storm into Voodoo. If he had failed, I would have won. But he didn't fail.
Oh, wow. That's pretty hard, actually.
Yeah. 6 dice against 4 needed to do 3 damage.
That's a lot.
It's not unreasonable, but I think it's well below 50%.
So it looks like...
I mean, he was way ahead the whole game. So it was like sort of a...
Yeah.
It's another like point to the fact that, you should never give up in MCP.
Exactly.
Because there's almost always some weird path.
Storm, we missed it because of lag. Storm did quite a big attack into Zemo, did 4 out of 5 hit points on him. And I'm assuming the second one's going to go into him as well now. We'll see if we can see the dice on this one. And looks like he saved it all. Nice. Yeah, that's Storm done. Zemo survives with his extract. That leaves just Spider-Woman to activate and see what she decides to do. I don't know if you saw Huggy Bear, but last weekend I was up in Stockport, North England, playing in the team tournament, the UK Nations team tournament.
Yeah. By the way, I really think that Bot should pass here. I really, really think he should pass.
Yeah.
Because if Cuddle brain farts and does a damage to Spider-Woman, I think he's within range to double run to what's his name? Bullseye, and interrogate him.
So good. So she's elected to glide, though, closer to Domino and attack her.
Yep.
She's also contesting that point as well. So we'll see if she gets it through.
She's not great at killing things.
No,
that's the thing.
Yeah, she's great at taking your extract and also tanking.
Yeah.
And so far, Domino seems like she took only 1 hit point. Second attack comes through and does nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah. I think this is it.
And if Redcathal had activated Angela, he could have double moved Spider-Woman to her point and contested it to deny a point.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if Spider-Woman's done.
Or just double move down and contest Storm's point.
Seems like Angela's moving to the point, calling it a game. Yeah, they're calling the game. So that's congratulations to Cuddle. We'll go and if you got any questions in the chat, please do put them in the chat. We'll ask the players about it. And Huggy Bear, I'll see you in their channel. All right, let's motor along here. Let's see where. Ooh, what happened? Discord decides to reboot. What? Don't know why, but okay. Yep, I'll ask about the Heroes for Hire, Rob. Absolutely. Let's see. There we go. Hello, gentlemen.
Hey, Norbert.
Hello. Good to see you both. Thank you very much for having us stream your game.
Thank you very much for streaming it. Sorry for the lag.
Yeah, it was really bad. I mean, even once you got to play, Discord, the TTS just kept, or at least the overhead display would kind of rubber band quite a bit, but it's okay. We managed to follow it.
Cool. Good. I'm glad.
And most importantly, Cuddle, we finally got you on stream after months of trying. You little bugger.
Yeah, it was nice to be able to do
that. And also to Bot. I don't know your real name, sir.
No, Bot's fine. Juan.
Juan. Okay, cool. Hey, thank you very much for streaming and also for being the wild card from Season X. That must be pretty thrilling.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Tell us about your meta down in San Antonio.
Well, San Antonio, we got a lot of Shield players, X-Men, as you expect. But we got a good wide range. A lot of Convocation guys. But I would definitely say X-Men and Shield are probably the two most prominent.
Uh-huh. And how,
I'm the resident Hydra player.
Where do you play? Are you playing? Is it Asgard Games in San Antonio? I can't remember.
So no, down here there's a couple of stores people play at. Like Heroes Retreat's pretty popular. Night's Watch is where we hold our events most of the time.
Okay.
So I would say those two stores probably see the most play. And then, wherever, like there's a few different Discord pages and chats that people use.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, hey, I'm going to whatever store to play. And
now I hear, is San Antonio, there's like the three cities that are near each other in Texas have like kind of a like inter-city rivalry or even organized league, if I understood it right. Is San Antonio one of those two? I know it's Houston, Dallas, and what else?
They sure do. Houston, Dallas, Austin. We're playing in it's called like the Texas Invitational or something. I forget exactly what we called it.
Uh-huh.
But it's basically all the events in all the different cities, and it's a cumulative score, whatever your city you're from, and at the end of the season, what city owns Texas, basically.
Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah. So we had an event down here in San Antonio a few months back, and then there was another one just happened in Austin about a month ago. And yeah, and people just go to the different cities. Now,
Who's winning?
I believe Austin is actually winning, but I haven't double checked the scoreboard on it.
Now, let's get to more important question, Juan. San Antonio is the home of margaritas and Tex-Mex. Am I right?
Yes. Yes.
Well, I am super jealous. I would eat that all day, every day, if I could.
Yeah.
So consider yourself lucky, because I'm in London and I got to search high and low for a decent taco.
I mean, I wouldn't expect it to be good in London. Come on now.
We got to make do.
Nah.
We're far away from the source.
I feel you. You don't sound British.
Oh, no. I grew up in New York City area, but moved over here. I'm an expat.
Oh, hey, me too.
Oh, no kidding. Where from?
Yeah, from Queens.
From Queens. My parents live in Queens. I grew up in Yonkers and then lived in the Bronx for a little while.
Yeah, I grew up in Queens on Jamaica and Woodhaven.
Amazing. So do you speak Spanish?
I do.
Okay, that's helpful. And what's the difference between New York Spanish and San Antonio Spanish?
Well, so New York Spanish is much more like Caribbean influence, right? It's a lot of Puerto Rican, Dominican, stuff like that. But you also have like a lot of the different nations. San Antonio Spanish is Mexican.
It's more Mexican.
Mexican Spanish.
Yeah.
All Mexican, yeah.
Did you have trouble understanding it when you first arrived?
Nah.
It was easy enough.
Sometimes I do, but it's it is what it is. But my Spanish has gotten bad. As a service member, I've traveled all throughout it is.
Oh, cool. Which branch are you in?
Air Force.
Air Force. Nice. Fun. You don't have to get your hands dirty.
Nah, no, I don't do that. Crazy.
Do you have a specialty? Can we ask?
What? Oh, like what my job is?
Yeah. You like a mechanic, or are you working in the computers?
I'm a cyber analyst.
Ooh, wow, that's a seriously important job these days.
No, it's not that important. And I look at screens all day. I'm basically doing what I'm doing now.
All right, let's get into this match. Thanks again, Juan, for running it. We're very, very curious. You had a really interesting roster. We thought we knew what you were going to play, and then you go ahead and pull out this team and go with the Strucker leadership. So can you tell us a bit about your reasoning?
Okay, so a couple of things. I haven't been playing as much as I should have been. So I went with something I'm used to, I'm comfortable with, which is a roster very much like this. I love Strucker's leadership. I don't like getting shocked.
Mm-hmm.
And so it probably would have been better to go with Red Skull for the extra power, but I'm going to stick with what I know. I don't want to deviate too much.
I know you did get a lot of healing out of Strucker, especially like on Strucker.
Yeah. So it usually works out. I'm sure the heroes for hire here was
yeah, that's going to be our next question.
All right. I'm going to be honest, it was a mistake.
Sure.
I as I was messing with the roster, I had Luke in there for a long time.
Yep. I know exactly where you're going.
So Luke was in there, and it's like if you put Luke in, you just put heroes for hire in. It just goes hand in hand.
Sure.
Yeah.
Obviously, Luke
not the first time we've seen that happen.
No,
yeah.
really,
so
you're not alone.
I've done it myself.
Yeah, so Luke didn't make the final cut. I decided I wanted more speed on the team, so I swapped him out for Spider-Woman and Bullseye instead of doing Luke Winter Soldier.
Yep.
Or Luke Zola.
And you decided to deploy quite wide. Is that your usual MO?
Yeah. And but my mistake came where I moved Strucker. Strucker needed to go to the right instead of stay left. But it is what it is.
Yeah. So what was your game plan then with that wide deployment?
So the idea is pretty simple. Spread the rerolls out. Make sure there's support for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But I made a mistake of matching Angela with Spider Woman. She usually does pretty decent into her.
Mm-hmm.
And if Angela had nabbed the thing, I basically steal it and just run away. Because I don't really have a great way of killing Angela. But the idea is basically contest these two with Red Skull using the grunts and Red Skull's punching power. But it just didn't go. It didn't go that way.
Yeah, absolutely. I
And,
mean,
and
you had a rough time with some of I guess it was, you know, Cottle was able to kind of split your forces and then take that your right flank down.
Yep. Yeah, the right flank unfortunately fell pretty fast. Again, I made a lot of mistakes there. I pushed Angela out of range of the explosion for no reason. I went with Red Skull Spender versus just punching Domino.
Yeah. What else? Where do you think
And
it went wrong for you?
I would say actually that move right here, instead of punching Domino, I think kind of cost me everything.
Yeah.
I don't know if that by itself did it, but yeah. And I kind of wish at turn 1 I had swapped these two around. Had Spider Woman over here, struck her over here,
Yeah. Sure. Sure.
and that would have been my 2 key takeaways. Bullseye as always proves to be incredible.
He did fantastic down here in the later part of
Yeah.
the game.
Zemo usually always does a lot of work as well.
Yeah.
So I think if I had this configuration over here, it would have probably had gone smoother for me.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Cuddle. We had 17 threat. Is this a good number for you? Because I felt that without Honey Badger here, you were sacrificing a little bit, or is this the normal kind of loadout you do at 17 threat?
So yeah, I've had this kind of loadout for a while since people have been talking about that Angela jank where you can just get more of the extracts very easy with her. And this was actually the first time I used Eyes on the Prize
Mm-hmm.
Beast. I thought I'd be able to get all 3 ships, but then this silo got in the way of Laura getting it safely, but she was okay. And then I was hopeful that Angela, with throwing the size 3 and an attack, would probably be enough. And if Spider Woman did manage to live that first turn, but we were able to get her with priorities, so it wasn't too bad.
Mm-hmm.
I did know I was kind of sacrificing Angela to Red Skull at that point, but I was fairly okay with that because she was just on that 1 health, and if she had somehow survived the grunt, then Red Skull had to finish her off and would have to leave Domino alone. But thankfully, Domino was able to tank the 1 shot from Red Skull and just take the ship off him after he picked it up. I was kind of surprised that he did pick it up in the end. I know he needed the victory point, but Domino was out of range 1, so she has to walk, pick up the ship, and then date him. But
Mm-hmm.
you know, I can see why you picked it up because tracks on the ground. Pick it up. Yeah, so it kind of just gave me a very stable platform to work off of, to kind of the other side, and it went well for 2 turns, but it's really good to shit this turn. Storm just about managed.
Yeah. Did you we didn't have a chance to look at your secures. We're curious that this one was you picked the secure and it's not a pay to flip. So is this like the one that isn't a pay to flip in your group, or why?
This is the one that isn't a pay to flip. So we've got Mutant Madman, Spider Portals, of course, and then Infinity Formula. I like the power because, in particular, not that this team struggles for power, but Storm does a lot of work when she can actually do things. And then Domino loves the power. She's always paying for skulls. Rogue loves the power. Psylocke, Pyro, they can make great use of the power. So I like Infinity for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
It is kind of rough that I get 1 non-paid I win priority, but I still like this scenario, so I'm okay with it.
Cool. All right.
And in a world where Malekith just eats 15, you can't really pay sword, and I find that Deadly Meteors isn't fast enough.
Interesting. Okay, gotcha. So you, by process of elimination, you're down to Infinity Formula.
Infinity Formula, some people play Riots. I can see why you'd play Riots, but I like the B a little bit better because, you do the safe grab, and then you want to have something to retreat back to, and that's what the serum canisters are.
Huggy Bear, go ahead. You must have some questions.
Yeah, I was interested in Cuddle. Had you before this game given much thought to the X-Men Hydra matchup, and did the game somehow change your opinion of the matchup?
My solution to Red Skull is usually Psylocke, because she can always target his weaker defense. And
Right.
I debated putting her in instead of Angela. I think it was, who was on the chopping block? It was Angela, and X-23 would come out for Logan. For Logan and Psylocke, yeah, sorry. But I just thought that it was a little bit more guaranteed. Well, not guaranteed. My odds were better of getting all 3 extracts at the start if I took Angela. So that's ultimately what I did. But
you could argue that Angela also can target both of Red Skull's weaker because the throw encourages.
Yeah, the throw. If he's in energy mode, then yeah, you can lob stuff at him. And I was hoping the tank would kill him, but obviously forcing the brace out is.
Yeah, and if he is in Mystic defense, then Blades of Ichor becomes somewhat attractive.
You've stunned him. or he's dropped again. One of the two. Right.
But did you play Hydra for the whole league? It was great seeing a dedicated Hydra player with a pure Hydra roster. Did you stick with them for the long run?
Yeah. Oh, I love them. I love Hydra to death. I think they're the best. I don't care what anyone says. They're the best as far as I'm concerned.
Have you? The new MODOK is affiliated, right?
I believe he is, but I'm not a big fan of him.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I think Hydra shines because it's so supportive of each other. The rerolls, it's mostly the rerolls, right? And this is actually one of the few times I didn't run Zola. He's almost always a constant in my lists. A lot of people are like, he's not that good. I'm like, he's just Shuri. He's just Shuri that gives out all kinds of different cancers.
Yep, that's right.
Yep.
It's like he can move big stuff. Like Zola is my answer to Malekith half the time because I'm like, just go over there, leave me alone.
Yeah. Yeah. What else you got, Huggy Bear?
That's basically it, I think, for me. So
cool.
Just want to say thank you, both of you guys, for letting us stream it, and congratulations, Redcathal, holding the X-Men banner high, and wish you good luck in the coming round.
Yeah,
thank you very much.
All right, later, boys.
All right,
best of luck.
Thank
you have to win the whole thing. I have to feel better about myself.
I'll do my best.
If you win the whole thing, then it's like, oh, I lost to the champion. I mean, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, absolutely.
Juan, it was a pleasure having you. Thanks for having us on, and enjoy your meta down there in Texas. It sounds amazing.
No doubt. All right, y'all have a good one.
Take care. Cool. Thanks, Cuddle, also for holding up the pride of the Irish today, and good luck in the coming rounds.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thanks to everybody who was watching today. It was really fun having you here. And of course, Huggy Bear, it was amazing watching you play this game through your hangover or lack of sleep or whatever else is ailing you.
It was a pleasure as always. And I think we got a pretty decent tactical game out of this. It was very interesting.
Absolutely. Really fun to see Strucker leadership in action for a change. So educational as well. So absolutely good. And hopefully we will see each of you in the coming rounds. This is only the round of 32. So this is the first of 5 rounds for the elimination rounds of season 11 of the MCP TTS League. And with that, we'll leave you and say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.